What is up, folks? First, I have to apologize. I sound like shite. Absolute shite. I have a runny nose. If I seem dazed, I have cough syrup on board. This is like everything. This does not feel okay right now. I feel like crap. But I wanted to film a video. I had an idea for it, so let us do this and just fuck it. So, what is up, fucks? I hope you guys are feeling better than I do, cause I feel like shit. So I hope you guys feel better than shit. I don't have a video to watch with you guys tonight, but I thought we could discuss something, because why the fuck not? I mean, what are you guys gonna do tonight? I don't got shit to do. I thought we could discuss something. Instead of buying affection back from Destiny and, well, just Destiny, because I don't think she gives a shit about Dana. What could Amberlynn do to get the love of Destiny back? Her lubby lumpkins. I mean, could she do anything to get her lubby lumpkins back? Well, I mean, I don't think so. But I mean, could there be? Could there be? Maybe. Well, I mean, I just had a few ideas. Let's kick them around and see if something floats. Well, I remember Destiny saying something about drama. One of the main complaints she had was with Amberlynn, there was always drama. And as we all know, that, my friends, is a fact. That is a goddamn fact. As we all know, fucking drama follows her like crumbs. And there's always crumbs that follow behind Amberlynn. If she could stop being so fucking dramatic, she may have a chance in hell. But that's impossible. Another thing, I think, if she stops being so fucking self-absorbed, like, another thing is doing the duck face into the camera while looking at herself in the viewfinder. Like, every once in a while we all do it, because I mean, you don't know if you're centered in the lens, or you got everything in there, or if you are in focus. Everybody does it. It's kind of distracting seeing yourself moving around on one side of the camera, but you're supposed to be talking to the lens. The shit happens. But I mean, like, she's constantly doing it. Constantly. But I mean, like, there's a whole nother bunch of shit she does. Like, when she talks down to other people, she's doing that to make herself seem better. And I know that it seems pretty far-fetched, but in psychology, it's a thing. When someone belittles other people, it's supposed to make them seem better. Put themselves on a pedestal around every other person around them. It's a shitty way of making yourself seem better, but it's something other people do. Yeah, it's a dickish way of doing it, but it's to make yourself seem better. It's like, for instance, as an example, saying that, you know, look at your shoes. You got knockoff Nikes. Mine are the real thing. You've now just put yourself on a pedestal, on a pay grade higher than the person who now has knockoff Nikes. That's a shitty way of doing it, but you just did it. In your mind, you now just made yourself look richer than that asshole next to you. But what you did, well, to the smarter people of the group, is you just made yourself look like an asshole. But you can see Amberlynn doing this a lot. Especially if she's talking about people in her vlog that she's just come out of a store. You know. She'll talk about people in the lines around her, shit like that. We don't pay attention to her because we hardly believe any of them existed. But still. Another thing we think would help getting back Destiny is if she lost some weight, but we all believe this. I think if she lost some weight, it might also help her self-esteem. No one wants to date somebody who's just given up on themselves altogether. And that's pretty much what she's shown Destiny by just eating everything in front of her. You know, and it's just all that weight. And I don't want to say she's hideous, but I mean, think about it. Since they've dated, she's gained quite an amount of weight. And it's not very sexy to watch her waddle out of a car and heave to get into a store. If I had a choice between Dana and the heaving Amberlynn, I'd go for Dana any day of the week. That, and I have yet to hear Dana whining. That's just me. Moving on. A whole other thing. Codependency. Every goddamn relationship I've ever seen Amberlynn in, she's in a codependent relationship, which means she depends solely on the person she's with for everything. Everything. Food, clothes, a house to live in. Nowadays, it's a person to help her around and help her up and probably bathe her. That remains to be seen. I'm gonna need some verbal evidence on that one. I'll take some verbal evidence. But every relationship she's been in, there's been codependency. And she depends on them almost fucking completely. I think if she stopped that shit, if she showed that she doesn't need to be dependent on whoever's with her, that might be a selling point for Destiny to come back. I think that was another thing that turned Destiny off, to want to just cut and run. I think Destiny got sick of taking care of her. Yeah, I mean, Destiny acted like a child. A fun child. You know what I mean? She may act like a child, but she need to have everything done for her. Like a baby. I mean, hell. What's the first thing Amberlynn did when Destiny broke up with her? She drank half a bottle of wine and cried in the other room and wanted to go on a date with them and vlog the whole thing. That's not what grown-ups do. Grown-ups, yeah, they do, okay. They do drink a bottle of wine, but they don't go out on a date with their ex-girlfriend and vlog that shit. They're like, no, you guys have a good time. I'm gonna find something else for my ass to do. This is not what grown-ups do. Grown-ups don't do that shit. Codependent people do that shit. No, sugar, that's not what we do. My next idea is victimhood. If she would stop trying to play the victim constantly, as if the whole world is just shitting on her. No woman wants to fall in love with someone who's a constant victim. Hell, no man either. Hell, I don't even think an animal wants to have an owner that is a constant victim. Can't respect you. They just can't. They'll run away. It's just not how they like it. She is always trying to play the damn victim. It's not how this works. She will even sabotage herself so she can play the victim. And that gets old. I mean, that may be how, Becky likes it. Becky's got a giant heart. And I'm not saying as in Becky's fat or anything. I'm saying Becky, I guess it's like what, figuratively, has a big heart. But, come on. Eventually, Becky's gonna have to get out of that cult and realize Amberlynn is half Amberlynn's problem of why people shit on her. I don't know if she's ever going to do that. Maybe she never will. But we can only pray for Becky to get out of that cult. Hashtag set Becky free before she drinks that Kool-Aid. That's all we can hope for, people. All right, my other thoughts is we need to get her to drop the entitlement and pick up some humility. I think if we get her to stop thinking she's entitled to the entire world and give her a dose of that humility in her life, Destiny might think she is salvageable as a human being. Because, as we all know, when we look at a person who thinks they're entitled to everything, we just want to push them down a flight of steps and watch them bounce the whole way down. But you see someone with a little bit of humility in their life, all you want to do is just high-five them, smack them on the ass, and give them a hug. I do not know what it is about humility. It makes you just want to love them. Even if they don't need to have humility. It just means that their parents taught them some good-ass shit. Entitlement is always... A person with entitlement is like smelling a fart in church. It really is. It's like you're in a quiet place that you don't want to be. Your mom made you come, and you smell a fart, and it is lingering. You can't do shit. You can't say shit. And it is too quiet for you to say to somebody, "Can I please leave?" And you know you can't. So you have to sit there, and you have to smell that fart. And it is not going anywhere. Ain't going nowhere. It is lingering as shit. That is entitlement. It's a fart in church. Sorry, I went to a Lutheran church with old people. There was a lot of old people. What is it with old people? Their farts hang around forever. And what? It's like they all eat pulled pork and sauerkraut. Shit their pants right in the middle of church. And they're never wearing diapers, so you know they shit right into their underwear. And they simmer in it. Sorry. Sorry. Anyways, my last thought is privacy. I know Destiny has her own channel. I know this is a crazy thought, but check it out. I think if Amberlynn understood things like, I don't want to be filmed right now, or when we're having private moments, shut the shit off, asshole. Give us privacy certain times. So if they had boundaries, you know what I mean? They had privacy every once in a while. Maybe her and Destiny would last a little longer. Maybe if she started understanding privacy, like what kind of things made people uncomfortable, what moments made people uncomfortable about being on YouTube. Maybe that might be appealing to Destiny or anyone. It's a thought. I don't know. These are just some things I thought about. If any of you guys have any ideas, I'd love to hear them. We all know that Destiny's not going to come back. She's too smart for that. And Dana is hotter than Amberlynn. Seems a lot sweeter, too. A lot sweeter. I'm sorry, I'm Team Dana. But anyways, this was just some thoughts. I'm just throwing it out here. Something fun for us to do. Anyways, if you guys have any ideas, lay it on me. This is just the pretend scenario. I do apologize about the cough syrup. You can hear that it's not helping. All of this is a thing. I will talk to you guys later. Like, subscribe, share, but if you don't, it's okay. As usual. I will just be sitting here in this chair, talking to myself in front of this camera. As usual. But it's alright, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.